my own? Yeah. Spoke too fast.
What's all this extra stuff? You see all that extra stuff they put there? Did you see that?
It said Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. This is one of the hottest radio shows where we talk about mature. Hey, baby. Where we talk about mature stuff.
Tagging Jim's.
Yeah, we talk about mature stuff right here. We don't talk about none of that other stuff. I don't even know what the topic. Well, I think I know what the topic is. But y'all gotta check this show out today. This is very therapeutic for me. Seriously. Anytime you see me on Facebook Live, it's therapy. That's why I ain't in jail, being bailed out.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio. BKS1. God bless y'all.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Depends on where the hell you live. This is the official Man Cave Morning Show. / afternoon show. You already know what it is, man. Check this out. I'm feeling good this morning. Peace and blessings to everybody on the check-in. Let me start this off by introducing my co-hosts. This the man. Always had the plan. Together we understand. You know what I'm saying? We go way back like, I was going to say your hairline. But I can't. We call him the dude. The dude. Y'all make sure y'all call him the dude throughout the show.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
What?
I'm gonna leave that one alone. But
All
let me show y'all how y'all supposed to introduce somebody. Sitting to my left right here, we got a brother that doing this thing even when I'm not around, and I say even when I'm not around because I bring such a lovely flavor to him. But on the real, this brother right here and I go back since high school. We talking about like 1984. So I need everybody that's watching in London, that's watching in the Caribbean, that's watching in Plainfield, Newark, New York. Give a round of applause for my dude, Stormin the Norman General. That's how you do it.
I got a new name, y'all.
See how I hit the hand clap? You see how I hit it? Right,
peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. First and foremost, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube. Yeah. Salute to everybody watching us live right now on Twitter and Periscope. Shout out to everybody watching us live on the mother site, WBKS1.com. Shout out to everyone listening to us live on what? The TuneIn app. If you don't have the TuneIn app by now, people, download it. It is free. It is free. It is free. All right, it can go on your iPhone, your Android, your tablet, whatever. It's free, and you can listen to all your favorite radio stations around the world. And guess who's on there? BKS1 Radio, WBKS1.com. You're on there, so you can listen to the Man Cave Morning Show right on the TuneIn app. And peace and blessings to everybody trickling in on the FB Live post. We're going to talk about some things today, and trust me, it's going to be an interesting show. All right, you already know what it is. Let me just give some love. Well, first and foremost, you're talking to Jimski. Shout out to James Whitfield, checking Jimski. We go way back to like my hairline, because my hairline's receding.
Get that light out.
No doubt, no doubt. Shout out to Ramoot on the check-in. Shout out to Dad Wu on the check-in.
What's up, Wu?
Shout out to Deidre Howard Francois on the check-in. Shout out to Stephanie Ivy on the check-in. Valencia Tobias on the check-in. No doubt, man. Ramoot, Kaz, Stacy Newton, Joan Baker, Tormel Pittman, Alice Vasquez. What's up, my dude?
What's up, Stacy?
No doubt, no doubt. Shout out to Byron. Shout out to Michael Taylor. Shout out to Phyllis Woodbury. Sandy, what's up, baby? Shout out to D. Sands. Shout out to Plainfield Bo Jackson. Shout out to Janine Williams. Shout out to Darren Salter. Shout out to Samuel Plainfield Folks. Shout out to Eugene Napoleon. Shout out to Tyrone Miller. Shout out to Phyllis Evans on the check-in. Y'all do me a favor. Shout out to Denise Sparrow. Whatever platform you're watching this on, just hit the share button. Share it out. It takes 1 second just to share it out. That's a sign of support. You know where you at, the official Man Cave Morning / afternoon show. All right, let's get this thing on and popping. Shout out to Walter Pittman on the check-in. Now, yesterday we tried to get into it, but you know how our show do. But one of our topic discussions today is stop saying forget it or whatever and start saying fix it. Yesterday was stop saying F it, but I'm going to say stop saying forget it or whatever and start saying fix it. All right, we're going to talk about that first and foremost. Now, bruh, I hope before you came here, I hope before, when y'all got up in the morning, y'all did some type of workout, some type of exercise regimen, something just to get your blood flowing, whatever. Yeah. But don't be like this person. I'm going to run the clip. I'm gonna give her an E for effort.
Yo,
what was she doing wrong?
When you're on that treadmill and that thing's moving like that, you're not going to be able to walk fast enough to catch up with the momentum you need to be at. So the thing is, she was supposed to walk on the outer of it, slow it down, and start over again.
You know who taught me that?
Who?
My wife.
What happened? You fell off one before?
Yo, she saw how I was getting on it. She said, babe, you're supposed to put one left foot on the side, your right foot on the side, whatever. And then, so I get on there and do. We got one at the house.
Yeah.
And,
you have to, because you'll never be able to walk as fast as that thing unless it's going very slow. Now, if it's going very slow, it's different. But when that thing moving like that, nah, bro. I don't even mess with the treadmill, to be honest.
No doubt. No doubt. Next up, I'm glad we got y'all. Glad y'all trickling in. Go to my Facebook page if you want to go on Facebook. It's Norman E. Bradley. All right, and again, after January, all the shows will be filtered to BKS1 Radio Network page on Facebook. So you'll be able to find all the shows on the BKS1 Radio Network page. So make sure you like that page and whatever, so you can get your notifications when any show is going live from BKS1 Radio. All right, so after January, I will no longer be on my personal page. It will be on the BKS1 Radio Network page. All right, so now
we're doing some big things, brother.
Yeah. Some things is about to pop off. So anyway, going to the next story. So you remember, again, I told y'all the story about the weatherman.
Right.
That got up there and was giving the weather and was trying to say Martin Luther King Park or whatever, and he said Martin Luther Coon.
Yeah,
and he got in trouble for it. This was in Rochester. His name was Jeremy Capel, and he got fired. So the mayor of Rochester called for him to get fired, as well as the station fired him. Here we go again. It just happened again with another newscaster. Now I'm starting to think, like, what's really going on?
Right.
And again, but he didn't get fired. He immediately gave an apology. And that was that. But here's the story. So I'm like wondering, wow. Okay, Missouri news anchor apologizes for converting MLK's name to a racial slur. He got on the air, came back right on the air and apologized. And I'm gonna read this, and then I just want to know a few things. All right, so for the second time this month, a newscaster has had to apologize for mispronouncing Martin Luther King Jr.'s name on air, thus changing the civil rights icon's name into a racial slur. All right, during an early morning newscast on Thursday, KTVI Channel 2 newscaster Kevin Steincross was speaking about an upcoming MLK tribute at St. Louis University when he referred to King as Martin Luther Coon Jr. Reports the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. By 9 a.m., Steincross was apologizing for the slip-up. Okay, again, we calling it a slip-up. Okay, all right. He said, I want to take the moment to apologize, Steincross told viewers. We have heard from a viewer about a mistake I made on our 5 a.m. newscast. In our story about the tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King, I unfortunately mispronounced his name. Please know I have total respect for Dr. King, what he meant and what he continues to mean to our country. This was not intentional in any way, and I sincerely apologize. Steincross' apology comes just a couple of weeks after another newscaster, the one I told you about, Jeremy Capel from Rochester. Now, I'm going to run the clip. You know, I found a clip of this newscaster I'm talking about, and does he get a pass or not? I'm going to leave it up to y'all to say if he gets a pass or not. Also, our phone lines are open. It's 646-233-1302. All right, here's the clip. What y'all think?
Underway this morning to remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life.
Woman just seconds before this happened.
Back here at home, a special event will get underway this morning to remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life.
That was Coon, right? Okay, we're going for the
Seconds
third
before
time.
this happened.
Back here at home, a special event will get underway this morning to remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life.
Yes,
and also
I heard
honor
Coon.
those in the
I
St. Louis
listened to it like
community.
Wow.
Y'all gonna stop messing up our great leader's name. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, we had another show where I ran y'all 4 clips of people that referred to our great leader as Martin Luther King
It's not an
Jr.
accident. It's not a mistake.
You know, again, I don't know, man. I don't know. He got right on. He apologized right on air. The station didn't fire him. And they actually, you know, they said, well, we believe he really made a mistake. So what do y'all think? What's y'all take? All right, let me see where y'all going. Pass or no pass? Pass or no pass?
No pass, because Coon is nothing like King. If he was to say something like Martin Luther King, he would have been better off saying that, because even though it wouldn't have made it any better, but you can divert between the syllables. But to say Coon, that's like a totally different syllable sound than King. King is King, Coon, 2 different sounds.
Ramut said, trust and believe it's no mistake.
No, it wasn't.
They mean what they say. Shout out to Wendy Chef Johnson. Hey, Wendy. Wendy said no pass. Tammy Knight said good morning, y'all. Ingrid Judge said no pass. What do y'all say? Pass? No pass? Kenny Johnson said afternoon. Shout out to Marilyn on the check-in. So he gets no pass?
No pass. Ain't nobody giving him no pass.
He apologized to us, though.
I mean, but the apology is an apology. That was subconsciously said, man. He was like, probably been saying it all night. You know, sometimes you can say something all night, and then when you got to say it again, you forgot that you're not all night. You're really in front of somebody. Like how people would say, did I really just say that out loud? That's the moment he had. That's why he apologized.
So here's my thing, right? I'm going to ask y'all a question, a real question, right? Say mistakenly I said that. Me, right? Because we've been covering this for like 3 weeks. Right? We've been covering it. Another case just happened, whatever. I've been talking about it. I've been talking about it over again. And I was like, yeah, y'all, you know, I just want to say happy birthday to Martin Luther King Jr. Do I get a pass? Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that. Do I get a pass?
It's a little different.
No, real talk.
Seriously.
Would y'all give me a pass?
I would give you a pass, because I know you personally. I know you wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying?
So there's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's definitely a difference, and it ain't because you're black. It's because of, you know, like I said, personally, I know what you were representing in that area. So, it'd be a lot easier for me to just say, well, Norm, what's wrong with Norm slipping up his tongue today?
Y'all know I love, you know what I'm saying, MLK.
Yeah, true.
I speak about him every year on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm African American. I know the history. I know the culture. But if I slipped up and said that, again, do I get a pass? If you say that, we are calling you out, plain and simple. No, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I see a point.
But see, I get it. But isn't there a difference between me actually slipping up and saying that,
Right.
And then a Caucasian male slipping up and saying that.
Unfortunately,
again, I said in my reason, and I had to get on the air and apologize. My reason is because I've been covering this story about other people saying it over and over again, and then subconsciously it just slipped out.
Well, you're going to make it a little bit more nurturing and comfortable.
Valencia said most people would give you a pass, and Mimi said you would never say that. No, Norm, you don't get a pass. but you know, there was no malice in my heart for saying that. See, this is the problem, though. This is the problem. We got to really address this, because not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4, 5. This has happened over and over again with newscasters, primarily white males.
Right.
And you don't see clip after clip after clip of any African American or basically any other ethnicity saying Martin Luther King.
Right, right.
So I don't know. I mean, that's the subconscious speaking. But that's funny. Like, again, if I said it, y'all gonna give me a pass, because y'all know I didn't mean to say it, but I would never I would never say that. But yeah, dude got on and apologized. The station didn't fire him. It is what it is.
See, you got to separate people based on intent, and I say you separate people, whether it be, and for this case, we're talking about Martin Luther King. We're gonna say Caucasian people. You have to separate them. I know a lot of people like to gang all people up of different cultures into one group, but you have to separate them, because you could have 100 white people and split them 50-50, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 50 may say, "Hey, we don't appreciate him saying coon," right? And they could be real with that,
right?
And then you can have 50 that say, "Well,
caller, hold on 1 second from the 201."
Yeah, then they'll be like, "Well, it was a mistake. All we said was coon." And you got to know the way a person presents it is their intent. So if I know something offends you and I say it again, that means I don't care.
No doubt. Caller from the 201. State your name where you calling from. You're on the official Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. What's up?
Yes, good morning. This is Ramusa. How are you,
hey,
Norm?
Hey, what's up, Ramusa? What's up?
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
My take on that is it's no excuse. Trust and believe. Whoever says it, they mean it. But we need to stop saying the N-word as well, because that plays in a part with that too. So they think that if we say it, it's okay. No, it's not okay for us to say it. I don't even say it. Actually, that's a fighting word with me. But we have to get it right with us first before the outside. But it still don't make it right for them. And trust me, they said it and they mean it. So I'm not buying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it." No, you said it because you meant it.
So let me ask you, should this person should there be disciplinary action
Yes.
against? Should they get fired?
Yes.
Should they get demoted?
I feel they should get demoted. Part of me, okay, let's back it up. Part of me says fired and part of me says demoted. Because it's going to happen again. And trust me, the next step will be fired after demoted. Because they mean it. Believe me, they mean it.
I'm rocking with you on that. But that's funny how some people said I would get a pass, and some people say I wouldn't get a pass if I said it. Now again, if I said it, of course I never would, but I'm just giving you a scenario. Like, I've been covering this story over and over and over again, and it just slipped out because I knew I was about to talk about it or something like that or whatever, and it slipped out, whatever. So that wouldn't be passable?
No, Norm, you will be demoted too. Yes.
At least you put forth the effort, though, to nurture it. See what I'm saying? You put forth a nurturing effort.
But knowing that I love this man, MLK.
But still, we have to watch what we say. So, no, we will have to give you papers as well, Norm. Sorry.
All right. So, going back to what you said, I'm glad you brought up this point, and I'm glad we're discussing that this morning. But I'm glad you brought up the point about the N-word. So, so the whole nobody has a problem, and people could say what they want to, but behind closed doors, or when you're talking to your girls, or when you talk to your boys, whatever, that nigga over there, that nigga over there, that nigga over there, whatever like that. We use it in the everyday conversation. Latinos use it now as a term of endearment.
They've been using it.
Asians use it now. It's like so acceptable now, but nobody gets upset about that no more.
No, Norm, is not acceptable. I'm sorry. I have 3 sons, okay? And I will kill them if they use it. I don't even use it. You will hear me say clown and clownette. That's the word I use a lot. He's a clown. She's a clownette. I will never say that word because that word just like does something to my soul. I don't know about everybody else, you know, but my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and even my father, when we moved to Mattawan, we had went through something. So I do not play with that word, and no one gets a pass. I'm sorry.
So, all right. So, okay. So let's talk about hip hop, where that word is
That's where I was going.
Totally acceptable.
That's where I was
in
going.
basically the majority, I would say almost in like 80% of hip hop songs, 85% of hip hop songs, that word is used. It's accepted.
Right.
It's accepted in the clubs. It's accepted on the dance floor, the videos, whatever, our media. Is there a difference to you?
Yes, there is a difference. It's not even acceptable to me far as that. I don't even listen to hip-hop because I don't understand it, but my kids listen to it.
Right.
You know, but even stuff that they listen to, when I start hearing them type of words and the cussing and carrying on, I tell them cut it off or put your headphones on because I really don't care to hear it. And I really don't like for them to hear it either, but they're up in age, you know, where you can only do but so much. But it's not acceptable. It's disrespectful in rapping as well. And people think that the public, you know, they are liking it. Trust me, they're talking about us behind our backs. Believe me.
Wow.
You know, because I grew up with them. Believe me, they talk about you behind your back. So, no, it's not acceptable. In songs, it's not acceptable for us to do it. It's not acceptable for them to do it towards us. It should stop, period.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Queen. We appreciate
it. Thank
you. Now, here's the thing.
Keep it locked. We about wait till you hear this. See this other clip we about to run about a situation that just recently happened. Y'all gonna really be shocked about this.
Before you go into that, before
All
you
right.
go into that clip,
Stay tuned.
Yes. All right, thank you.
No doubt. Love you, Queen.
Good day.
Long before hip hop, Richard Pryor was saying nigger in his comedy routines. Dolomite, who happened to be one of the Rudy Ray Moore, who I admired growing up, used the word nigga a lot. I heard it used growing up. And I don't know if we really understand the power of words or the power words do or don't have. And you said it best with hip hop. You know, I work at the gym, and I was at the gym with these white guys, and I heard one of the white guys refer to other white guys as nigga, but he was like, nigga, come on, lift this. But he was talking to a white guy. So when I looked over, you know what I mean, I also realized, and I say this because these guys know rap lyrics that I don't even know. Because like she was saying, there's certain rap that I don't even mess with. But Jadakiss, Jay-Z, all of them have used the word before. All of them used the word before. So you're not saying this about us as me and you, just people in general.
Right.
You're focusing on the word nigga in the sense of we've black people have even tried to make it where we can say it, but you can't. I've actually heard somebody say, that's our word. You can't have it back. I'm like, why would you want to take on a demeaning word? If you're going to stop using it, stop using it. If you're not going to stop using it, stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. And I'm not talking about us. I mean, we're talking about it as a subject.
Right.
But I mean, like, you know, if you're going to stop saying it,
right,
stop saying it. If you're not going to stop saying it, then it's up for grabs for whoever going to use it, whether they're using it in the way they hear it in a rap song or derogatory.
So let me ask you this, bro. All right. So we have to accept the fact. We do have to accept the fact that over time, words change their meanings, right?
Yeah.
So, gay. When we was coming up, when we was younger, it was happy. Gay mean happy.
Right.
I'm happy and gay, but I'm gay. Whatever. Right. That meant happy.
Right.
Then it got associated with homosexual homosexuals, lesbian,
Well, it's
LGBT,
derogatory,
yeah,
actually. It's
the
been
whole
changed to
LGBTQ,
derogatory, right.
whatever culture, whatever. All right, so a lot of words have changed its meaning.
Right.
You know, a lot of words have changed its meaning and everything. So, is the N-word one of those words that actually changed its meaning?
Definitely has changed its meaning, and the same meaning that it had when they were using it in slavery. It was passed on to us as a means to label us. And I'm not talking about just about white people. I'm talking about by black people as well. So if you notice, I'll tell you a perfect example. Yesterday I was getting gas. I was telling this to my wife last night. I was getting some gas, and I think I might have been telling her. I might have been telling you. I was getting some gas, and I stopped at the station to get gas, and nobody was out there.
Right.
I went inside. The guy's inside, and I said, "Ain't nobody pumping gas?" He was like, "Look," he looked like he might have been like Spanish and white mix or whatever, and he was like, "I'm pumping gas, but I'm helping him inside." No, he was lying. It was cold out there, and he didn't want to be out there. It was like 4 a.m. So I said, "Yo, my man, can I get some gas or what?" He's like, "Pull your car around, nigga." I paused a minute, and I was like, "I know he just said mister. I know he just said mister." I just kept saying to myself, "I know he just said mister." So I said, "What did you say?" And he was like, "Pull your car around." I said, "No, say the other syllable after what you just said. Say the other syllable." I said, "Bro, if you said what I think you said, I'm going to let you know here and now. I'm not one of your homeboys, and I'm not a pair of them jeans that you put on. Don't play. Don't use that word, bro. You don't know me like that." And at that time, I was like, you know what? I don't even want the gas no more. All right, I just left.
I just like the ring.
That ringtone is hot.
Caller from the 973. State your name when you're calling from. You on the official Man Cave Afternoon Show. What's up?
Yo, this is Deacon Wu calling live from rehab.
Deacon Wu, bang, 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 bang.
What up, yo?
What's
going on? What's going on?
What up, Wu?
Just wanted to say this. Hey, brother. What's going on, baby?
What up?
Wanted to say this. We're going back to the N-word debate. I just wanted to offer my little opinion right quick, if you don't mind. So if I read James Baldwin, if I read Richard Wright, if I read Ralph Ellison, if I read these works that have affected my life, if I listen to a Richard Pryor rant on Eddie Murphy rant, these people impacted the way that I think and have prepared me to do battle in a society that's racist and that's against me. That word is there. So, you know the side I'm on. When I'm on air, I always try to fight the other side. Like, do we get rid of those books? Autobiography of Malcolm X, niggas in that book as well. Like, what is the end goal and what is the end game here? Is it disrespectful? Yes. But are we to say, I don't know, the context with which it's used? So we have no context at all. We just alter words as fast and third. So while we're arguing about the use of a word that people are going to continue to use, some say that we need to take the power from it. Some say that it belongs to us. I don't even know. I'm saying that my and the way that I defend myself was based upon people using that word. Now, finally, other words. There's a whole lot of words I can't say now. I grew up in the 80s, in the 70s and the 80s. There's a whole lot of words that I can't say now, but I still think them. Now what? Finally, whether I'm a hypocrite or not, in certain conversations, yes, I still use the word. I don't really know how I feel about it, but for all of those people that I named, those artists and those provocateurs, do you say to them that they don't matter because those words are used, and should we just erase the word to zero? That's all I wanted to say.
Well, see,
listen.
A lot of people you talked about, you spoke about James Baldwin, whatever. They used it in a certain context, in a literary context, in describing something or whatever. But on our everyday public usage of the word, like, I personally never liked the word only because I know where it came from, and sometimes we make excuses
right
for how people have treated us, and actually, we kind of condone it.
Right.
Believe it or not, when we use the word.
True that.
Come on, because think about what that description was for. You dirty, filthy nigga. You low down, rotten nigga. Right. You a nothing, animalistic nigga.
Right.
Think about it. Now, when you hear it like that, right? You like, whoa, hey.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So we kind of embraced it. All this, we going to take the power away from, no. Why would you even want to use a word created to demean? And see, this is the mentality that we have. It's like, yo, we embrace, and I talked about it yesterday, about we embrace the wrong things.
Right.
We glorify the wrong things. So we all using it. You know, like you say, you slip up sometimes, use it. I may slip up, whatever. Like, we all wrong for using it and embracing this term.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's too late now, because this turned into, then grew legs, and it took off.
Well, I would like, I just want to say that if you say that about the language, then you could also say that about the religion. Like, there's religions that we've embraced that were originally designed to keep us disenfranchised and keep us down, but we twisted, for instance, Christianity into something completely different from the original intent. There are millions of Christians across the world, right? There are millions of good Catholics across the world, right? That believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ, okay? At the same time, it's mad pedophile priests, this and that and the other. Catholicism still exists. So it's the duality, I think, of us as human beings and the context. That's all I want to say. Whether you rock it or whether you don't, I think that should be applied to all aspects of our life, like politics, like religion. Finally, the danger in telling people what words they can and cannot use, whatever side you are on, disturbs me. I just don't want to start burning books. I don't want to start 1984. I don't want thought police. I think I'm intelligent enough, for me personally, to know the context for which the word is used. And I decide what context it's used in, how I'm going to use it, who gets to say we're going to keep fighting. But this idea that you can't have a dual nature, that's humanity. You got good and bad. You got the Catholic Church, which educated me, right? And you got the fact that my principal was a pedophile. You follow me? So that's all I wanted to say, y'all. Love y'all. Miss y'all. Trying to get back to the show. I'll listen.
All right, man. Hurry up, get better, man.
Respect.
Yeah, I need to argue in person. We need to argue in person.
Yeah, you're digging it.
I can't reach out and bump your shoulder or grab your neck.
It's corny on the phone, bro. It's corny. I'm trying. I'm gonna get back to it again.
No doubt. Love you, bro.
You're good, man.
All right, y'all. Respect, brother. All right, y'all.
All
Take
right.
it easy.
Peace. But no, I hear that. Let me read some comments.
Too.
Let me read some comments. Michael Taylor said, "Living in the South, that word in the N word, I don't use it. Never allowed my children to use it, and I've lost a few friends because of the way they would greet me. Example, yo, you my nick. No. I feel you. Yeah, and even though I disagree with what Wu said, I understand what he's saying, but I disagree, and it's all love. Ingram Judge said, ask our seniors who endure physical and mental abuse from racism if the word nigga should get a pass. Yeah, true. I mean, true indeed. It's just crazy, but we're gonna talk about it. So I guess I'll just run this clip then. How y'all feel about this? And be honest. So here's a story. The next story we was gonna run anyway. Florida man arrested after pulling gun on black children on MLK Day.
Wow.
Here's the details right here. I'm going to blow it up, read y'all a little bit of the story, and then I'm going to run the clip. Okay? Trust me, I'm going to run the clip.
Florida is off the hook.
Florida is off the chain. Let's read a little bit of this.
All right. A white Florida male by the name of Mark Bartlett was arrested last night after pulling a gun on a group of black children and called them the N-word. He's only being charged with carrying a concealed firearm, not surprising. The children seen in the video were protesting after being displaced from their homes. His girlfriend, who confronted the boys, Dana Scallion, said that she was trying to pick up her kids, but many people aren't buying her story. A lot of people are saying that the couple went trying to bait the young boys into a fight so they could shoot them and use the stand your ground law as a defense. What do y'all think? Was Mark Bartlett trying to be the next George Zimmerman, in your opinion? Wow.
Let's talk about it. I'm going to run the clip. Now watch the clip. When you watch the clip, whoever was out there with their cell phone, their cell phone went sideways, which I get the point, so watch it very closely. We're going to run the clip. I want y'all opinions. I want y'all honest view after seeing this clip.
Man.
Here it is.
Man, she's so violent. You just ran over me! You just ran over my phone! You're tired! No, you're not! You're right here! You ran over my foot! Don't touch me, baby! Don't touch me, you bunch of thugs! Fuck you, bitch! Fucking white ass! Get the whoa! Get the who did? That guy in the red! Yeah, right behind this guy! You ran the fuck out of you, fucking piece of shit! You fucking losers! You ran over my foot! Fucking stupid niggas! You guys keep moving! Fucking dumbass fucking niggas! And this guy right here! Y'all gonna be on the news! Y'all gonna make the news! That's fine! Alright! Hey! Fucking idiots! Y'all stupid idiots! Listen, you stupid niggers! Put that gun to my head, stupid bitch! No! Bitch! Man, she's so violent. You just ran over me! You just ran over my phone! You're tired! No, you're not! You're right here! You ran over my foot! Don't touch me, baby! Don't touch me, you bunch of thugs! Fuck you, bitch! Fucking white ass! Get the whoa! Get the who did? That guy in the red! Yeah, right behind this guy! You ran the fuck out of you, fucking piece of shit! You fucking losers! You ran over my foot! Fucking stupid niggas! You guys keep moving! Fucking dumbass fucking niggas! And this guy right here! Y'all gonna be on the news! Y'all gonna make the news! That's fine!
I see a couple of things. First of all, this is why I get angry at black people. The guy came out with a gun, right? When he came out with a gun, as the kids are walking away, they study calling them names. The kids are calling them names, right? Your name calling against a person with a gun. Your name calling against a person with a gun. Now, I'm not saying that the guy was right. Please, everybody understand. I'm not saying that guy was right. But he had the up on you. He had a weapon. Learn when to walk away from that type of danger. The reason why I say that is because he only felt empowered because he had the gun in his hand. They studied telling them white B and calling them names. They're walking away from him, no weapon. All he had to do was point and fire. And then we would have all been saying, oh, he killed black kids. But you already had a loss. The man got a gun. Learn to walk away. Learn to walk away from that. And I'm saying that to me too because I'll be on it like that too if somebody confronts me like that.
Let me tell you something. That's a situation we just saw that could have went very wrong. It could have got real nasty. We would have been looking at more marches and more protests.
I agree.
More court cases, the whole nine, whatever. So he was arrested and he was charged. Okay, so he was arrested
because he was wrong.
But here's the whole thing. That was in Florida too.
Yeah.
With the stand your ground.
Right.
All one of those kids had to do was just get close to him. And he said, I was trying to defend myself.
Right. And he really didn't want to shoot them. He just wanted to scare them because, like us, and I'm going to tell you, it could have went ugly. But my thing is, and I know probably everybody not going to agree with me, one of the things that even big old bad me, if you pull out a gun and you up on me, all right, I can handle you with that. I'm trained in that area. But if you away from me, I want to be the most quietest fly in the room. Because the thing is, you got to learn when to pick and choose your battles. And these young kids, man, are like, study calling them names. All right, they called you some names. Okay, fine. I'm not saying fine like you got to accept it, but they wearing a gun on it. The dude had a weapon. And this is why you see, and you said it best. You said, that could have went ugly. That could have went ugly. And even though the guy kept saying nigga, which was annoying, angering, But when the guy came up with the gun and y'all walked off, don't be turning around saying things back to him to incite you, to incite them to pull a trigger on you.
But here's the other thing in relation to what we're talking about with the N-word. So, again, it got nasty on a lot of levels, a lot of different ways. So, you see how this guy felt. You see the lady must have felt that way too, because
she was starting.
But she was co-signing. She was an instigator.
The one in the red, she was co-signing.
Yeah, she didn't even have to do that. Now, what if she was like the one right here, and he just went, oh, here, and he just bust off at the kid or whatever like that. So
and I'm glad that he didn't.
She just is guilty. She just is wrong.
Of course.
Kids are kids.
Right. Of course.
At some point, you got to say kids are kids. You got to be the adult and be like, these are kids, they're on bikes, whatever. They're out there protesting.
Right.
Those kids were actually out there protesting because, of a development that got put up or whatever, and they out of where they used to live or something like that. But, this bothers me on a lot of levels. But again, look how harsh that word was used. When we talk about context, look at the context that word is used. And it's like, we all got to work better, you know what I'm saying, to kind of just take that word out of our system, man. We gotta try. I know it's hard, man. It's instilled.
But we're only looking at that on one side. They were using racial slurs too. Kids are not.
They say white. They said white. White bitches.
Right.
All right.
Now we can't justify either side.
No, we're not.
Can't justify either side because you're right about the kids and you're right about the adults. But this is my thing, and I'm going to say this to parents. Start teaching your kids that when they're in situations like that, to learn to shut their mouths. I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because a lot of times, even now being black, dealing with other young black youth and young teens, these kids do not understand boundaries. Now, you may be saying, what does that have to do with the word nigger being said? Well, number one, you're going up against somebody that's already made it clear to you that he doesn't like you by calling you a name. You gotta know when parents. We got to teach our kids to pick and choose their battles, and preferably not to battle at all, especially with an adult. And if they're black and it's a white adult, especially that. Especially that. We got to teach that to our kids, bro.
But you know what? I just want to see what he's going to get hit with. Is he going to get hit with jail time? Is he just going to get a slap on the wrist?
He's going to get a fine because he didn't shoot anybody.
Get a fine.
He's going to get a fine.
Is it a threat? Because I don't think none of the kids threaten anybody with violence.
No, they did. They said put the gun down. They said put the gun down, and as if they were inciting him to fight. You know how we do. You know how these young kids do.
Yeah, but
we can't make an excuse for them.
Bro, I rolled past. I had Sandy in the car, and I had my window down. This is during the summer. You know me,
right? I remember the story.
Yeah, young kids on the bike. It was like what, right? So part of me was like,
you got your wife, with
sweetie. No, part of me was like, man, hold on, I'm about to jump out this car, blah blah blah, go underneath my seat and whatever. That's a part of me,
right.
And the other side's like, all right, what I'm about to do right now is not only, you know what I'm saying, besides whooping these boys' asses, I'm endangering my wife.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm putting her in danger.
Right.
By me jumping out the car.
Right.
Just, because he bucked up and was like, what? They riding in bikes surrounding the car.
And knowing they ain't going to do nothing if you get out and put that 80s whooping on them.
Yeah, and it come on, bro. And it's like, it would have been quick. It would have been quick, and I would have got back in the car, whatever. But this is where instincts got to kick in when you be like, yo, they kids. It's not worth it. I'm a grown ass man, and I just kept on driving. I kept on driving.
Lucky you, and I applaud you for that, because the instinctual part of me is that when I got my butt whooped from being disrespectful when I was a kid, I want a vengeance on all people that are disrespectful. So, especially if it's a kid, because I know when I was a kid, I was not able to do certain things. There were certain things, talking back, bucking up. Even when grown-ups was around and I slipped up and said curse words, I would feel uncomfortable.
Bro, things escalate so quick.
So fast.
Things escalate at the drop of a second. And we got to think. We got to be on our feet. And a lot of times I get it. Adrenaline, starts pumping,
Right.
emotions take over, and we want you can't do that all the time. We
Or
just
the
saw a
need-
situation. If you just saw a situation, if a kid, young little kid, would have tried to be tough, whatever, he would have lost his
He would
life.
have lost his life,
He
and
lost
that's
his
the
life.
issue. That's one of the issues. White people been saying nigga for years.
Yeah, and to that lady, right? It would have been nothing to her if he would have lost his life. It wouldn't have been nothing to him. You know, and so we see what it is. So just going back to that whole word, you know, like use it or lose it. Do we still use it or do we lose it?
It's going to be a word that's going to be around even when our grandkids
Yeah,
are here.
no
bro.
doubt.
I hate to say. Our great-grandchildren, I hate
No
to
doubt.
say, man.
You know, but
hate to say
but
that.
you know what? Let me tell you right now, right? So who are today's influencers? Let's talk about this. Real talk, peeps. Who are today's influencers, right? When it comes to our youth and the children, because they the future. Once we're gone, they're still here.
Right.
Right? So the influencers is the hip hop culture.
Exactly.
And this is real talk.
Yes, I was just talking
The
to
Cardi
somebody about
B's
this.
and the Futures and the Migos and all these Cash, Little Yachties, and I'm sorry, I know I'm missing some names, and ASAP Rockies and all of this, whatever. If they all, you know how we used to call family meetings or whatever, and then certain industries would call industry meetings. I don't
Right,
care if you
right.
work for this person, we're gonna call it industry meeting,
Right.
seeing how we could change things. If they all called a mass meeting, right, and say, you know what, going forward in our recordings, we're not gonna use this word no more. We're gonna start using this in place of this or whatever, right?
Right.
That would start the process.
That's correct.
And then if radio, because now even radio, it's okay now for radio to let you slip away with the N word. I've been
Yeah.
hearing it.
Same with me.
On Hot 97 at night.
Same with me.
Or whatever. So I'm saying, if the industry itself came together, all these artists with influence came together and said, yo, we're gonna shut this down. We ain't using this no more. You know, when we really think about it, we know where the word derived from and all of that. And if the corporations that run the radio stations, right? Because we know y'all corporations allow a lot of this
That's
nonsense.
what I was just
because
about to say, because you're benefiting from it.
Yeah. You want to
They're
taint,
benefiting
you want to taint and blemish our culture anyway, you know, and you want it to erode and rotten, and you know, you want chaos, you know, in the culture because y'all make money off of it, right? So I'm saying, if y'all got together, maybe slowly but surely the word would die in future generations. Maybe it would die because they are the influences. Just my thoughts, just my opinions. I don't know.
I think that no matter what would happen, number one, that's never going to happen. They'll never come together and say, hey, we're going to take the word. You may have a few that would say they're going to stop saying the word, ones that rise to a level of consciousness. They may do that, but the ones that are not even in tune with the influence that they're having on these kids, talking about mollies and ecstasy and all this other stuff, they don't even talk about. I mean, weed is like a generic thing that's mentioned in rap now. They're on the other, all kind of stuff, 8 balls, all kind of stuff in records, man. So you know now that if you're talking openly about that you get high and you're not being confronted about it or anything of that nature, there's a reason why that they're not. Like, you think about it, if I was a rapper and I wasn't very liked by a certain society, and I was saying things like I get high and I sold an 1/8 of this or 1/8 of that, or they'd be at my doorstep,
right?
Because I'm not liked. But if I'm an influential rapper and I have influence on young kids to get high and destroy themselves, they're not going to come after me because I'm doing their job for them.
Come on, man. Let's be honest, man. Sipping on some syrup, right? This whole drug and people, whatever it is, what syrup is, whatever.
Right. I have no idea what that is.
But Lil Wayne made that popular. He made it
Yes,
okay.
he
He made
did.
people want to, you know, be inquisitive. You know, inquiring minds want to know, what is this syrup stuff?
Right.
And then I see all these kids at parties, little young kids or whatever, and going to events and functions, high, strung out off this syrup.
What is syrup?
But it's some codeine or I don't know, some type of mixed with this, whatever. I don't.
Wow.
Don't ask me. I don't know. But he made it popular though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, again, it's the influencers. I'm telling you right now, if they all got together, a lot can change. Even on the gun violence level.
Yeah,
They could rhyme more about putting hands, You know,
they're not gonna do that because that's not who they are,
or whatever like that. Even on the gun violence level, man. The influencers in this world, I'm telling you, if they got together, they can make change. They can make more change. Than Congress could.
Yes, they could. Yes, they could.
Real talk. They can make more change than Congress could.
Man, hip hop is a movement that's way overseas.
Huge.
Japan.
Huge.
All over Asia, Africa, everywhere. And if you really think about it, nobody saw rap having this kind. You got Japanese rappers, Chinese rappers, African rappers, London rappers. You got rap everywhere. It's bigger than country music, and country music is big.
Yeah.
And country music been around since the 60s, 50s, and hip hop is like ran circles around it. Because I'm gonna tell you why. It's the same with everything else with these TV shows. There's no more positive rap like KRS-One, Rakim's, all of them guys. There's no more of them. No more of those guys. Everybody now, man, like this crap they got out today, I don't even listen to. Even though I will say that Uproar by Lil Wayne is a hot beat by Swiss Beats. But, I mean, and because I'll be so embarrassed sometime, Norm, because I'll be doing a class, right? I'll be teaching the fitness class, and I got my music on my phone. I'll play a song, and I got to remember is the word nigger in it because I'm training like a group of people at one time, and most of them are white women. So I'm searching through the lyrics, but I don't know none of these lyrics, but I like the beat. So what I'll do, I'll make up a line and be like, oh, guys, if you hear me change the song, my daughter downloaded this music. I'll lie. Just saying that because I'm like, oh, there's young people listening to this today. But actuality, though, man, it's embarrassing because you don't never know what's going to be in these lyrics today.
No doubt. No doubt. Moving on. And let's read some comments. Shout out to DT. Shout out to Victor Johnson. Cough syrup mixed with soda. Like Sprite, I believe. I hope you looked that up, bro. I hope you don't know that from experience. Nah, just messing with you, Vic. Jim Cooper said,
what up?
Wow, we as black people have to be careful. And yes, it's hard just to stand there. But if you want to keep existing, take a breath and think first. Yes, you never know what's on the other person's mind. Most people these days are so weak-minded to where they will explode and just do something real crazy. Just be careful, people. No doubt. Shout out to D-Mac. D-Mac said we don't recognize our power, so we continue to use it incorrectly. Exactly. Can I applaud that?
Yeah, applaud that one, bro. Exactly.
Yeah, I gotta applaud that, and we don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? We've been told that we're nothing for so long. We starting to believe it.
Yeah.
And people make us feel like other cultures out there make us feel like we're nothing for so long. You start to believe it.
Right. That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? And we got to get out that mindset. Shout out to Marilyn. She said, gotta do a clean version for class, Dennis.
Hey, Marilyn,
it's hard to find them clean versions.
Them clean versions. You got to do instrumental.
No doubt. All right, so moving on. Let's talk about our boy. Oh, no.
Let's talk about our topic.
All right, yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay.
I'm on it. I'm on it today. Real quick, man. Just a little something. Did you know at Woodbridge Mall they didn't rob the girls, the Girl Scout cookies?
I was watching that last night, bro.
Yo, I was like, damn.
But let me tell you what's funny. I was looking at the lady that was, I guess she was over it, and she acted like it was nothing. I was saying to myself, she replaced that money. You know, if that would have been one of us, some black kids out there, the kids would have been crying.
Man, yo.
The lady was like, they stole $1,000. Like so calm, I was like, yeah, they done went to the ATM and put that money back.
Yeah, thief steals $1,000 from Girl Scouts selling cookies in Woodbridge. Damn it, man.
I was interested in to know what was the type of people they were. I don't know. That was just.
I don't know. Authorities say a thief stole $1,000 from a group of Girl Scouts who was selling cookies at a New Jersey mall. Woodbridge Township police say the theft occurred between 4:20 p.m. and 4:50 p.m. Friday on the upper level of the Woodbridge Center Mall. The money, about $500 in cash and several checks, had been placed in a bank envelope and left unattended on a table where members of the Girl Scout troop 80062 were making their sales. Authorities say mall surveillance cameras captured a man who may have been disguised picking up the envelope and putting it in his pocket. The man was probably one of the kids' fathers. No, but anyway, the man was apparently with an older woman using a red walker. The pair left the mall shortly before the theft was discovered. The troop says that there's surveillance video of the theft, but Woodbridge police would not confirm if this was the case.
Oh, it was somebody that they didn't want us to know who did it.
Yeah. The troops continue to sell cookies after the theft Friday. They were back at the Woodbridge Center Mall again on Monday. Now, one part of the story that developed was Amanda Gary says, my boss found them at Menlo Mall the next day and purchased 76 boxes of the cookies. No doubt. I'm going to clap it up for your boss, Amanda. Purchased 76 boxes of the cookies. How much do them cookies cost now?
Bro, them things like $6 a box.
Are they $6?
$7 a box, man. Yeah.
Damn, I love
get them peanut butter joints.
You like the peanut butter joints?
Peanut butter joints.
I like the sugar cookies.
Oh yes.
The sugar cookies are the best.
Yeah,
I can eat them. They like the Lorna Doones almost.
Yeah.
No doubt.
True that.
But yo, how you gonna rob the girls for their cookies?
Easy.
Sandy said more theft since the government shutdown. Have to keep your eye on stuff.
Right.
That's true. That's true indeed.
Right
B. Sands said the government shutdown is affecting everyone. True indeed. What's crazy? Phyllis said what's crazy was the girls walked away with the cookies and left money on the table.
Yeah. You know what it is, man. I keep telling you, man. These people that don't have no boundaries, don't understand boundary lines. They think nobody won't cross them. When you know where we come from, we know somebody will steal from you. So we watch everything. We
no
watch
doubt.
Everything.
Shout out to Ingrid said they are lying. No one stole those cookies. They said that to make sales.
Probably right, Ingrid. You could be right.
I don't know. They got the surveillance camera with somebody taking the cookies.
Taking the money.
Yeah,
I'd have rather had the cookies.
Taking the money.
I would rather have the cookies.
If you're gonna steal anything, steal a box of
them cookies.
Those
like,
sugar
look,
cookies.
I'd gladly pay you for a box of cookies today. How my man used to say it, Wimpy.
Yeah. Exactly. Here's some news. So I don't know if y'all heard about the incident with the Native American.
I was just gonna bring that up.
Native American Indian and these other protesters wearing the Magna hats, Make America Great Again hat and everything, and then the one dude just stood in his face
because he thought that was cute.
White boy, he thought it was funny.
Yeah,
he thought it was funny, whatever like that, and so they're talking about this like crazy. I'm gonna run a little bit of the clip so you can see what I'm talking about. But what bothers me even more, right? So with all the other issues, right, with the police brutality that's going on in society, with the government shutdown, you got MLK Day, all these other things, right? Trump comes out and speaks against this incident, defending the young boys.
Of course he's gonna do that.
Defending the young boys that was mocking the Native American. This your boy. For all those that voted for him, that's your boy. All right, here go the clip.
A disturbing viral video shows a mob of teens in Make America Great Again hats harassing a Native American elder in Washington.
Let's make America great. Let's do that.
The teenage students have sparked outrage on social media after they were filmed surrounding the men. And mocking his singing and drumming on the day of the Indigenous Peoples March.
When I was there and I was standing there and I seen that group of people in front of me and I seen the angry faces and all of that, I realized I had put myself in a really dangerous situation. All that anger and all that wanting to have the freedom to just rip me apart, that was scary.
The Native elder has been identified as Nathan Phillips, a Vietnam War veteran. One young man is captured in a tense moment, now being replayed online, getting right in his face.
I heard them saying, build that wall, build that wall.
This isn't even built for that. He's sitting up there smiling. That would have been one of us. I ain't gonna get started. I ain't gonna tell him.
But here's my thing.
They ain't built for that. He's smiling in the man's
So
face.
Trump. So they found out more different clips or whatever, and then because the boys made a statement and said, "Oh no, we just got in his face because we was trying to protect him, or we just surrounded because we was trying to protect." And like you could see they were lying because they were making
they're
fun of
always
him.
lying.
And they was mocking him the whole nine. But Trump thought that was important enough to take to Twitter, right, and defend the young boys. So these were Catholic students. They're from a Catholic school, and that's why they were there, and everything. So Trump takes to Twitter and goes and says, looking like Nick Sandman and Covington Catholic students were treated unfairly with early judgments proving out to be false. Smeared by the media, not good, but making big comeback. New footage shows that media was wrong about the teens' encounter with Native Americans.
This is the only president that attacks the media as much as he does because they don't agree with him.
But do you see the bigger problem, though?
Yes.
So not only, and it's funny, because even on D.L. Hughley, he puts up yesterday a clip of when reporters was trying to address, because it's MLK Day, and I think he was going to the monument,
right? Yeah, he was going to the monument. To
the monument, whatever, in ATL, wherever.
He just wanted to see how it was built.
D.L. Hughley said 90 seconds, not one word about Martin Luther King Jr. The picture says it all to me. It shows how small of a man he is. All right, he will never be as big as a man as Dr. Martin Luther King. All right, so now here we go. Here's the clip.
Good morning, everybody. It's a great day. It's a beautiful day, and thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
That's what I'm saying. So
nothing about what a lovely honor.
You know what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what we dealing with. And my whole thing is, you see it for what it is. Yeah. And like, we can make a joke about it, whatever. That's somebody that really don't care about us, our struggles, our situation. He's proven it with the shutdown. He's proven it over and over again when the protests got violent in North Carolina. He defends. He comes quick
really
to the
good
defense.
People down there.
Yeah,
Those
he comes
really
quick
people, he said.
to the defense of others. And not one word about MLK Day, right? Nothing about all these other things, the murders and the killings. And, just doing a little research, right? 810 people have died in jail since Sandra Bland.
Wasn't that like 14?
810 people. So far, in 2016, police have killed 629 people in America, according to killedbypolice.net.
That's crazy.
My thing is, where are the tweets?
That's crazy, bro.
Where are the tweets? Where are the posts about that?
629 people.
Moving on, but that's your boy, though.
Wow.
That's your boy,
man.
So moving on, man. Moving on.
That's terrible, man.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Had to speak on it. Yeah,
and it was a great thing you did speak on it, because a lot of this, I don't even watch when Trump is on. I turn the TV, man. I don't even watch when he comes on the news. As soon as I see him up there, I know he's getting ready to say something silly.
Yeah.
If you'd have given me the wall, this would have never happened. Idiot.
It's getting crazy. Oh, real quick, man. Don't be so hard on Erica, y'all.
Oh, yeah, we was talking about this
yesterday. Yeah, no, but really, don't be so hard on Erykah Badu. She didn't really say nothing wrong. I mean, you're supposed to give everybody love. Again, we said this yesterday. Everybody deserves forgiveness, but they really beating her down.
Because the minute that, and you know what? The minute that you go, it seemed like, because the majority is upset with someone, and you're saying, hey, we need to pray for that person. Right. Everybody goes, oh, because they want you to be mad with them. And when you're not mad with people that are mad at someone else,
right?
That people have a tendency to just attack the person. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
Yeah, no doubt. And here's a clip. This is why they mad at her. And I'm gonna run this real quick. But just so y'all know a little bit about it, Erykah Badu asked crowd if they will give R. Kelly victims the same energy. Didn't work well for her. And basically, this is what she said. Here's the clip.
I'm putting up a prayer right now for R. I hope he sees the light of day. If he's done all those things that we've seen on TV and heard those ladies talk about.
20 years.
No. What y'all say? Fuck him.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
That's not love.
Fuck him.
That's not unconditional love.
No, Eric.
But what if one of the people that was
what?
What is going on? What if one of the people that was assaulted by R. Kelly grows up to be an offender? We gonna crucify them? I mean, how do we do this?
No, this isn't happening.
I'm putting up a prayer right now for R.
Saying nothing wrong, man.
Man, she caught a lot of heat, bro.
I know she
Still
did.
catching heat.
I know she did, because the minute that you do not agree, and see, I'm gonna say this. Some of y'all black people get me sick. And yes, I said it. The reason why I said some of y'all, because not all of us are on the same level in reference to how we think, how we react. Nobody, me being a man, I certainly don't support anything R. Kelly did, especially having daughters. I mean, he could be 4 years older than my daughter, and I still wouldn't want my daughter to deal with him, even though he's R. Kelly. The point that I'm making is that, all right, we all have our personal opinion of it, right? I didn't hear her say anything wrong. All I heard her say was, you know what I mean, let's show love and not support, but she was saying show some love. What she want? Do you want everybody to hate? Ain't enough of us hate it? Ain't enough of us hate it? I mean, and when I say ain't enough of us hate it, there's enough of us hate it without doing the things that he did. So if we're going to be not supportive, because I'm not saying support him. That's not what I'm saying. Please know. I want everybody to know I'm not saying support him. What I'm saying is that it sounds like to me what she was doing was trying to say that it needs to be a balance in it. And it just didn't go well for her.
She's saying pray for him. I think everybody deserves some type of prayer. But
see how you just shot me down like that?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying
see how you did that?
She's saying pray for him. Anyway, my brother.
No, I know, but still, though, yeah.
No doubt. Victor Johnson said, I see what she's trying to say. I understand what she's saying. She was
Victor and me on the same page.
Love and forgiveness.
I'm with you, Victor. Same page.
And then Sandy said, I understand what she was saying. Phyllis said that person in the background saying F him sounded very, very angry.
And I bet you went home and listened to his songs, though.
Yeah. No doubt. And Victor also said, shaking my head, but he's tweeting about everything from music, sports, and stuff that's not important. But that, yeah, no doubt. All right, so moving on, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this thing, man. Let's talk about this thing real quick. And it's funny because you actually sparked this particular topic about stop saying forget it or whatever and start saying fix it.
Yeah. We had a good conversation.
So what made you want to talk about that, bro?
I've always, and I've always been a person that and I'm not proud of this, but I've always thrown people away. And what I come to find out from doing that when I was younger is that that's like holding on to fire on a tissue. It burns at the top, and if you hold it long enough, it's going to burn you. And my wife and I was talking about something, and I won't go into what we were talking about, but I made a reference to how people are always quick to try to counsel you because they've been married 30, 40, 50 years. They're really quick to try to counsel you. But you don't know what that marriage went through to last 40 or 50 years. Maybe my wife may not be willing to put up with me if I was a cheater, which I'm not. My wife may not be able to put up with me if I beat up women, which I don't. But you don't know what the person that's saying you got to work it out because they stayed 40 or 50 years is about. So if you're going to work on your own relationship, work on it based on what the value of it is to you. You can't look at it at both of you. Like, you got to look at it as, what is the value of the person that I'm with? And I'm saying this because I had to do that to myself at times. What is the value? What is the value? And I don't mean dollar value. I mean, what is the value? Is the little bit of imperfection that this person's showing me really worth me walking away, even if I attempted to? Is it really worth it? So in the case of me saying, F it, because they are doing something at the moment, fix the F it moment. Every time an F it moment comes up, fix it. How do you fix it? Sometimes you don't fix it, you don't say anything. Keep your mouth closed, let it work itself.
F it mentality, or whatever mentality, is that best basically the sign of a person that just don't care, that don't give a damn? Or is it a sign of a hurt person?
Hurt.
Or a person that's not getting their way? And they say, F it. Whatever, man. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care no more.
It's hurt. And one thing, you know, as men, we don't like to admit when we've been hurt. And see, women know our weaknesses. And one of the things, like not trying to be funny, women, don't get mad at me when I say this, it's just that y'all are very gifted with your tongue to, like, you know, it works like a machine gun. And men can put up a deflector field for only so long. And then those words just start piercing through that deflector field like a bullet. At some point or another, you know what I mean? It ain't always like men, we hurt differently than women do. Our hurt is a little different. It's more so like aggravation, disappointment, you know, kind of like just wanting a shut up moment, I guess. And I'm not saying that that's the way that a man should talk to a woman. I just use that. It's kind of crazy because if I know that I can say something to hurt someone, if they're that close to me, I don't want to hurt them. They're that close to me, I don't want to hurt them. So it is when women say certain things, and I'm gonna say this in the past, when women would say certain things that made me feel a certain way, I would begin to think logically totally different. I'd begin to think like, well, if she know that's going to upset me, why would she want to do that? She don't care how I'm feeling.
But here's the thing. So let me go on topic, right? You have to treat a relationship, if you dating somebody, right, or you boyfriend and girlfriend, you have being married, and if you're married to somebody, you have to treat those two relationships different.
Totally different. You're right. You're totally right.
Different.
Totally right.
Bro.
I agree.
I've seen people that have been married for like 2 weeks, right? Something goes wrong, and they're like, F you, well, F you, whatever, F it.
I'm
F
guilty
it,
of that.
whatever. And it's like coming to their girlfriend, coming to their boyfriend, yo, man, I don't want this no more. Blah, 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 blah. She this, she that, or he this, he that. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You talking about long-term commitment, and married. Right. Why do we feel as though we can just walk away from situations when it's not going the way we have in our mind so quickly?
Right.
You know, where's the staying power anymore? And I'm seeing that happen a lot now, these microwave relationships.
Right.
Whatever, man, whatever. F it. It's like nobody works towards trying to fix the problems. And again, it's just like anything else. You got a leak in your house, right? And I'm noticing this. You got a leak in your house.
Right.
Right. Starts out as a little drip. And then that little drip becomes a lot of drips.
Right.
And that lot of drips becomes a stream.
Right.
And whatever.
Right.
But if you would have addressed it when it was just a drip, that one drip, you wouldn't have such a huge problem in your situation.
You're right.
And it's the same way you gotta treat relationships. Any type of relationship. Marriages, business relationships, family relationships, any type of relationships.
Correct.
You got to address it as it happens. The problem with a lot of people is they wait too long to address a problem. And then when it gets out of control, everybody says, F it. Forget it. Whatever, I'm done. We you know, it's like we don't have no more tolerance for this. We don't have no more endurance. We don't got no more staying power. You have to learn to address situations as they happen. We have to learn that. And not hold it in and hold it in. How many of y'all do that? Just hold it in and hold it in until it festers and it blows out of control and it's just total chaos.
Yo, you are definitely on point with what you're saying. And as a person that I got to keep it real, when you were saying about, you touched on something that I noticed that I do. One of the things that I've been doing, and I'm talking about in general, business relationship, work relationship, every relationship, is knowing when to put stuff down, let stuff go. Because you said it best. Sometimes you can address a situation in the beginning, and the person just going to continue to do it the way they want to do it. You're right about when you said it's a commitment thing. And see, here's the thing. When you come from a background, and this is going across the board, and a lot of men are going to agree with me on this. When you're coming from a background of being here and there and there and here in reference to women, when you find someone that you commit to, you know the difference between you know why you're committing, because you don't want to live that life anymore. When you commit to a woman, or a woman commits to a man, mainly, I'm going to say this about a man, you become spoiled because you've always had the opportunity to be able to just up and go, up and move. If something ain't right, you move. Or if it's making you feel a certain way, you move. When you become married, that mindset can't be available to you anymore. And it can become comfortable to you, especially before you become married. So when you said about, you're seeing that more and more about microwave relationships, that probably was the most powerful thing you said, because when you cook a dinner, you can appreciate it more because you can marinate it. It takes time. But microwave is kind of like touch and go. So that was a very good point you made.
Shout out to Ingrid Judge. Ingrid Judge said, I'm guilty of throwing people away. You and a lot of other people. Just so quick. I don't like the way he sneezed. You out of here, buddy.
You're right.
I don't like where she threw her pants at in my house. You're out of here, sister.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we quick now to be like, nobody wants to say, let's see what's wrong here.
Right.
Let's work on it.
Right.
Let's fix it.
Right.
Keyword, key term, key phrase, real love. Right.
Right.
When it's real, you find all types of ways to fix it because you don't want to let it go. If y'all hooked up off of false pretenses, you're lonely for the moment, for the second.
Right.
You having financial trouble, so you need this person, whatever. You need a roommate, whatever. Oh, the sex is good. So when you hook up with somebody off of false pretenses,
right,
expect chaos, expect the microwave results, whatever, because you're lacking that phrase, real love, man. Real love. You lacking substance. Man. Anybody that gives up on a situation that quick never was really feeling you in the first place. That relationship was convenient for them. You hear me?
I hear exactly what you're saying, and I want to add to that, because I'm gonna have to be the devil advocate a little bit. I was married 25 years ago rather. And my first wife stepped out on me.
Okay.
It wasn't that she didn't love me. It wasn't that she didn't want to be with me. I pushed her. See, we always talk about love, but we forget that love is a adjective and a verb at certain times. You have to remain lovable. And I use my own personal situation in reference to my first wife, because once I came to grips years later that I pushed her away, I had to go back to her and apologize. I had to go back to her and tell her, listen, I owe you an apology. I know we divorced, but I owe you an apology. I never apologized to you. I expected you, and she did apologize to me for stepping out.
Right.
But I thought that was due to me, until I really sat down one day and ran over everything. I don't even know what made me think about it. I was running everything over in my mind, and I said, wow, I pushed her into the arms of another man. I pushed her into the arms of another man. There's something about when you push people away that when you feel like it's done to you, you become very defensive and reactive.
Right.
Because there's a couple of things going on. There's guilt going on that you've done that to somebody, and then there's a defense that goes on that you feel like is being done to you. This is what I come to realize being newly married.
Right.
This is what I come to realize. My reactions are not the reactions of some woman that I'm just picking up and talking to every now and then. And that's why I was glad that you said what we said yesterday. We keep it real here. Now, this is why it's good to talk to married men as opposed to being a married man talking to one of his boys that are single.
Right.
A married man can tell you that, yo, I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. This is what goes on when this happens with me. I do it this way. And then I can come back and say, yeah, and I do it this way. And then I can hear you and I'll be like, yo, you're right. And then I said, that's how we came up with this topic yesterday. I was like, we were talking about something, not a real life situation, just talking in general. And I guess in the talking of what you were saying, it made me realize, like, dag, am I still on that effort mentality?
Let me tell you something. And it's funny when you talk about talking to other people about your relationship. And some people I'm going to put on blast. Anybody, family member, or a good friend of yours or whatever, that their first go-to is like, oh, leave her.
Yes, sir.
Or leave him.
Yes, sir.
If that's their first go-to, they don't have your best interest at heart. They do not have your best interest at heart.
That's right.
Right?
That's
I'm
correct.
the type like this. Let me tell you. I know marriages is not perfect. I know relationships not perfect. A lot of y'all know that. But at the end of the day, if somebody's coming to me and respects me enough to come to me for advice, whatever, and I'm truly happy for that person,
right,
I'm gonna exhaust every avenue I can to try to talk to them about fixing their situation.
True that.
Before I would tell them to leave, let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or you'll just listen. You won't say anything. You'll listen.
Or just listen. Sometimes people come to you because they just want you to listen.
Right.
But if you're asking for my advice, I'm gonna exhaust every other avenue before I just tell the person, leave that person or don't be with that person or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially if I'm happy for them, you know, and I really genuinely care about them.
Right. Because you're in touch with what it takes, and you're not telling me. You're telling me what you've done in that situation. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I've done in that situation. And everybody's definition of love is different. Everybody's definition of love is different. See, I can't tell you if your love for Sandy is real or not. I would never challenge that.
I can tell you that.
I know that. I know that. I mean, I can see that. I'm just using you as an example. But I say that to say, a lot of times people
choke her out sometimes, but go ahead.
She probably want to choke you out too.
Exactly.
When it comes to this love is a glue. Glue is only good when it has other substances to glue to. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you need more than love. You know, and I'm truly grateful, and I know she probably, I'm hoping she's listening, and even if she ain't, I'm gonna say it anyway so y'all can hear me say it. I'm truly grateful for my wife because I can be very reachable at times, and then sometimes I can become very unreachable. I've already made my mind up, and she's the only person that's been able to pull me back. Only person. Now, when I'm over on the other side of the fence, I'm bugging. I ain't bugging like cursing her out or cheating or putting my hands on her, but I'm bugging with thought. She's the one that pulled me right back over on the other side of the fence. And when she pulls me back over on the side of the fence is where I wanted to be anyway, but right by her.
But you know what? You know what I noticed about you? Just knowing you for years. And too much of anything is bad for you. Too much of anything. But sometimes with you, you got too much pride.
Yes, sir. I agree with you 100%.
You got way too much pride,
with you 100%.
And pride, it sounds like it's a great thing.
It's not when it's too much.
But it's not.
You're absolutely correct.
It's not, bro. And
You're absolutely correct.
And that's a lot of us are guilty of that. Sometimes we got to push that pride aside, right? And then you got to have a self-evaluation moment.
That's correct.
You got to self-reflect, and you got to look at some of the things that you do and look at yourself in the mirror and push that pride aside And
you're telling the truth.
And a lot of people's problems in relationship is that everybody wants to be right.
Right.
Even
everybody
at the
wants
cost
to be right of
losing somebody.
You're right.
You hear me? Everybody wants to be right, even at the cost of losing somebody. And we got to check that, man. We got to check that type of mentality. You know what? Oh, he's not going to get one up on me, or she not going to get one up on me, whatever like that. And this is how I'm feeling about this, and I'm saying you do this, and that is what it is.
Right. You're right.
But you ain't checking a damn thing that you do.
Right.
Or you did.
Right.
That led to your situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be right. It's always your truth, her truth, and his truth, and the truth. And the truth. And together, y'all need to come together to try to reach and see what the actual truth is.
Right.
And not his or her truth.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. When it comes to
you nailed it, because, and I'm going to stay personal with this, because can't nobody tell you more about me than me in the situation.
Shahar, what's good?
Something my wife said to me, she said, it ain't got to be you right or I'm wrong and you're right. Sometimes we both gonna be right, and sometimes we both gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's like simple but very profound. It's very profound. And one of the things that you said, and I should really play this in my head based on what you just said. Pride goeth before a fall is a scripture in Proverbs. You said it best when you said some people's pride, they're willing to walk away even if they need to give up their relationship.
Right.
To walk away. And I've done that in the past. And it's bad when you look back, and I don't mean you look back and regret, but you look back and go, oh, it is what it is, but next time I'm going to handle it this way. And you really want to, but then your pride slips back in. That I'm guilty of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
You're right about that.
Yeah, we gotta put a pride monitor on.
Yeah.
Look at the pride meter and be like, oh, too much pride.
My wife, my pride monitor. She'll let me know.
Let me back it down. And let me see what the situation really is, and let me see what part I played into the situation getting messed up or whatever. And we got to check ourselves, man.
That's correct.
Self checks is good.
That's correct.
And you can't be right all the time.
You're right. Sorry. You know what? And you learn that as you get older. Like, it's a thing now where I notice, like, this guy that I ain't gonna say how I know him, because then his wife may be watching. So it's a guy I know that he's always coming to me with corrupt stuff. Yeah, I got a shorty, my shorty. At first I'm thinking he's talking about his wife, but the way he was describing her, I was like, nah, he's saying this for me to admire his side piece.
Right.
Yeah, she's like this, she's built like that, like this, and I'm listening. And me and my wife was talking one day, and I was like, this dude keeps coming to me about what he's doing. He keeps coming to me about it. So she goes, well, he does that because he think that's what you're doing. He think you got a side piece. So finally, I had to say, I'm just as guilty of listening to his stories or telling them, I don't want to hear that, bro. That's not the type of marital environment that I want to be around, that you're telling me that you creep on your wife. Words have power.
Exactly.
And if you telling me something, like me and you talk, about certain things, and you've been on the real and been like, yo, bro, such and such and such and such, such and such and such and such. That's the type of marital camaraderie I want to be around. I don't want to be around the marital camaraderie that people are cheating on their wives. I don't want to be around that. Not that I would do it to my wife, but I don't want to be around that.
Let me tell you, I want keep it 100, bro. I have friends and people I'm cool with, acquaintances or whatever.
Right.
I'll see them doing some dirt.
Right.
Or they'll expose some things. You know what I'm saying? And then once they see I don't condone it.
Right.
Like, I'll let them know, like, I can't rock with you on that, bro. You my man.
Yeah, you will do that.
Yeah.
You will do that.
But I can't rock with you.
You will do that.
I can't rock with you on that. And that's what you want to do that. But just realize there's some consequences and repercussions
involved in that.
Yeah, by your actions. And once they see that, and they'll do it around, because one, I'm not a blabbermouth.
Right.
A lot of people tell me their business, whatever like that.
Right.
Especially in this game. It's like I don't run my mouth about other people's business, whatever. I don't expect them to run their mouth about my business, even though I know they're gonna do it anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all some snitch, corny mother.
Ain't nobody got nothing to snitch on you about.
But anyway, nah. Listen. But real talk. It's like, don't do nothing around me, and expect me to co-sign it. That's all I'm saying. Don't expect me to co-sign your BS. If you don't do that, whatever.
And I think he was doing that because he came to me one day and was like, yo, I noticed, man. Because the environment, I almost told on him. For example, the line of work that I do, I'm involved around a lot of women. Most of my clients are people that I train are women.
Mm.
And, just talking one day, another brother comes up to me and goes, yo, man, I know you be getting mad. No, I don't. I get mad from my wife. I don't need to be out here being community slinger, and I got a woman at home.
That's because you grew up, man.
You said it.
You grew up.
You said it,
you mature.
Man.
I mean,
you said it, bro.
At a certain point, you grow out.
You grow out of that.
I know cats
still trying to live
50
like
years old
that. Still trying to live like that.
Didn't grow up, man. It's just like, come on, okay. How much, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this. How much do you want? You know what I'm saying? How much? Come on, man. You could find. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you a little secret. This coming from Norm. Ladies, you with a guy. You've been with him for a minute. Starts to get boring. Starts to not be the dude that you once had or whatever like that. Fellas, you find a girl, same thing. She's boring. She's not the girl that you used to have, or whatever like that. You can make your partner become anything you want.
That's correct. That is correct.
All it takes is a little communication. Trust me.
Trust me. That's right.
So if you've seen this, you ran out in the street and you saw this chick with, you know what I'm saying, with some red hair, and you like red hair, whatever, and she got this going on, and she's real this and she's real that, whatever like that, then you can make the person you with become that too for a moment. It's called role playing. But I'm making a joke, but I'm serious.
I know.
You can talk to them, be like, hey, let's try this, let's try that. All it takes is communication to get what you want out of the mate that you currently have.
Right.
So for every dude that got like 8, 9 chicks, whatever like that, on the side or whatever like that, you can find 8 and 9 chicks in the woman that you got.
Yeah.
Trust and believe.
Yeah.
Ladies, the same thing. All it takes is a little talking, a little communication, and expressing yourself. And a lot of times we, you know what I'm saying, we like, oh, I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to say this to her to get this type of reaction from her.
Better.
I shouldn't have to say this to him to get this type of reaction from him.
Right, you better.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta get out that mindset, man.
Well, I can tell you,
closed mouths don't get fed.
I can tell you one thing. I hope my wife like this bald hair, because ain't too much hair gonna grow up here if I gotta go and get that weave.
Bruh, you bald for life, son. For the rest of your life.
I go get that. If my wife's like, nah, I want you to go get a mohawk, I'm gonna come to you and be like, no, where they do them weaves at?
Yeah, it's just like I see, you gotta get to a point where the game playing just gotta stop.
Yeah, true that.
Like, it just gotta stop.
True
like,
that,
how long
man.
I see some people I went to school with, bro, still doing the same old thing when it comes to playing games.
You're right, man.
And whatever, like, just come on, grow the hell up, man. Mature, do something. I'm not, again, I say this all, I'm not the same dude I was 20 years ago. Not the same dude I was 10 years ago. I'm not the same dude I was 5 years ago.
Right. You ain't the same dude you was 6 months ago.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you're supposed to evolve.
Yes,
you're supposed to evolve,
true
man.
True that.
Damn, I'm looking at the time. We're going over time, and everything. This is a profitable conversation. I always enjoy having with my brother.
Yeah. Marilyn talk about I should get a lace mohawk.
You know what, Marilyn, you shot out. You shot out. But I tell you this, ladies, please, once again, don't do this.
Shut it off for.
I just had to run that again.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, every time I see that, yo, learn how to get on the damn treadmill.
Yeah, you better.
And use that joint. Stop making it so fast. Start off real slow. Baby steps, people. All right, yo, I enjoyed y'all today. I appreciate y'all.
Same with me. Love you guys.
No doubt. Shout out to everybody. No matter what platform you're watching us on, whether it be YouTube, we on Twitter Live, we on Periscope Live, we on the mother site, WBKS1.com Live, we on Facebook Live, we on the TuneIn app where you can listen to us. Please download it if you don't have it. We will be back tomorrow. This is the official Man Cave Morning / Afternoon show. And don't forget, February is going down.
February.
All right. BKS1 Radio is the official Aquarian Birthday Bash Day Party. That is February 10th. That's a Sunday from 4 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going down at the Zulu Bar. That's located at 432 Main Street, West Orange, New Jersey. That's 432 Main Street. Is it 432 or 437? It don't matter. It's 430 something. You'll see the spot. But it's 432 Main Street, West Orange, New Jersey. The Zulu Bar is a beautiful spot. It's a beautiful spot. Phyllis, come on out. You think the Express Bar was fun that day?
Yeah, this Zulu Bar is a nice spot.
It's
nice
grown
spot.
And
West
sexy.
Orange, very mature.
Yes, grown and sexy little bourgeois. But we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's also my birthday party, so we celebrate my birthday as well. Once you guys come out and have fun, the Zulu Bar got great food, great drink specials. I'm going to be rocking on the 1s and 2s. All right, I'm rocking my set on the 1s and 2s. Shout out to DJ Okie E and everybody that's coming through. Shout out to my girls Allure. Shout out to Pam Total. Shout out to everybody, all the artists coming through. It's going to be some amazing live performances there as well. But come on out, have a good time. Shout out to my girl Deborah Church. She'll be in the building. She's an awesome artist. There's going to be some more surprises. So again, that's February 10th. All right, February 10th. It's the official Epic Day Party from 4 to 9 p.m. That is a Sunday, so come on out. The admission is only $10. Only $10, people, for a lot of fun, a lot of grown, sexy fun, a lot of networking, and just beautiful people. It's nothing but beautiful people that go to the Zulu Bar.
Yeah,
man.
true that.
All right, live DJ, live performances, great food, and drink specials. All right, and it's the official Who Owns the Mic as well, open mic. So if you know somebody that's a singer, spoken word artist, or comedian that just want to get up there and touch that mic, tell them to come on out. Again, the admission is only $10. It's the official Aquarian Birthday Bash Day Party. It is my birthday. I will be having cake in the building.
I'll be
and
there
some
for that
other
cake.
surprises. All right, so come on out, celebrate, have some fun with us. Grown Sexy, we playing that throwback music.
Yes, sir.
We
That's
playing
how
that
they do
throwback music. You know what I'm saying? I will officially be no longer be 39 no more.
I know you'll be what going on. Wait a minute, I'll tell you.
I'll
how
be
old
officially
you're gonna be.
40.
52.
You really put my age out there, huh?
No, I'm saying I'll be 52.
You'll be 52.
Yeah, I said
I'll
I'm
be
going by
40.
my age. I'm going 50. I'll be 52.
I'll be 40. But anyway, come on out, have a good time, man. It's going to be off the hook. Y'all going to have a lot of fun. I guarantee you, y'all going to talk about it. No doubt. So y'all know what that is, man. We appreciate you all. Thank you for joining us on the show. Phyllis said, gotta wear my dancing shoes. No doubt. Wear them dancing shoes. Shout out to Sean Edwards Dunn on the check-in. Sean, come on up. Join us on February 10th at the Zulu Bar. That's 432 West. Is it 432 or 437? 437 Main Street, West Orange, New Jersey. Again, beautiful place. We're going to have fun. All right, so y'all know what it is. We want to thank everybody for joining us on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. It's your boy, The Dude. I'm your man, Storm Norton, the General. And remember something about this. This show is never about us.
It's always about you.
Because what? You are the next best kept secret. And we out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings. Yo, I loved everybody's commentary
So did
today.
I, man. Y'all went in today.
I hope y'all enjoyed the show. See y'all tomorrow, man. See y'all tomorrow. Oh, remember this. I love y'all. And it ain't a damn thing y'all could do about it.
I love y'all, babe. You watching?
It's
I
not
love
a
you
damn
too.
thing y'all could do about it. I love y'all, man. Peace and blessings.
Peace.